Welcome to my tarot card reading for the month of September. Remember, this is a general reading for everything in the world. It's a general reading. Let's start getting familiarized with the reading. We have here the opening of the tarot card reading. And then we have here the astrological cards. Remember, it's astrological cards. It's a tarot card reading. I'm not doing an astrological chart reading or interpretation. This is an interpretation of tarot cards. Then here we have the rest of the reading. We have here the rest of the reading. And at the end, we have these three, giving advice, warnings, etc. The opening of the tarot cards are opening with El Igual al revés. We have upside down, I'm sorry. And then we have the sun upside down, and then we have Oppa, upside down. And in order to understand this, we need to understand a few things. And El Igual is the one that opens and closes the doors. And then the sun upside down is Shiva, the one that brings death, the end of something, transformation, regeneration. And then we have Obba. And Obba, in this case, is related with loyalty. Being loyal to someone, to something, to a principle, etc. Loyalty. And this is letting us know that the end of loyalty is coming. We're going to see changes in loyalty. What it means, in other words, it means that allies of any country are going to change. We're going to start seeing changes on status of allies. So the United States has allies. One of those allies are going to break up with the United States, and the same thing is going to happen with any other country. We're going to start seeing those kind of changes of allies. Either any contract, merger, or things like that, those are going to be canceled. Loyalty, being loyal, those kind of stuff are going to be broken, okay, are going to come to an end. And that's what the tarot cards are talking about. Is going to the opening is talking about the end of something. Okay, here we have the astrological cards, and it's very interesting to see that we have here Mars, Sagittarius, the Nine of Wands, and then we have the Prince of Wands with Jupiter and the North Node, and Sagittarius, the Chariot. Notice Sagittarius is here, Jupiter, Mars, the North Node. So what we're going to start seeing is a very interesting dynamic. We're going to start seeing a lot of optimism, idealism, this drive to make changes, to end things, to make things to come to an end. So a lot of people are going to start thinking that it's probably very viable to cut relationships with this country, or even more drastic, to break off from the European Union. This is going to be very interesting, and on September 22nd we have to pay attention what is going to happen, because the European Union, many countries are going to start voting, and for what I see here, there's a high probability that Merkel is not going to make it for the next term. I'm pretty sure that's probably what is going to happen. I might be wrong, but the way that this card opened, things are going to change. Things related with loyalty are going to change. Okay? I hope you understand from where I'm coming from. So this is what we're going to see. People want changes. They're tired of the status quo. They're going to break with that. Okay? They're going to have the energy, the drive to do so. They will have the nerves to do that, especially during September 2013. That's what we're going to start seeing. I have to add also, everything in life is yin and yang. Jupiter, even if Jupiter is optimistic and very idealistic, the opposite is the same. When Jupiter is what they call in Chinese philosophy a deficiency. When there is a deficiency, then everything else is the other way around. And instead of optimism, there's pessimism. and instead of having the courage, the drive to do something, you might feel discouraged and very optimistic and very pessimistic about these changes that are coming. You have to remember that everything in life is yin and yang, especially in this world that we live, that everything is dualistic. Okay, we have the rest of the reading here. Let's start immediately with the first week of September. The first week of September is a week that is loaded with confusion. The first 8 of September is going to be very confusing week. Maybe a lot of information, sorts, mental processes. So a lot of information that is going to bring a lot of confusion. Okay, that's what we're going to start seeing during the first week. For the second week of September, what we're going to start seeing is that people, nations, countries are going to pursue their dreams, but they're only that, dreams. They're not realistic. Okay, like you see, there are triumphs there, castles and whatever it is on the clouds. In other words, they are not realistic. By the third week of September, that will be from the 16th to the 23rd, 24th, we're going to start seeing that the load, the economic load, the political load, the burdens are going to be felt mostly during this time of the year. By the end of the year, I mean at the end of the month, we're going to start seeing decisions that are going to be taken. They are going to be final decisions, regardless of it is a good idea, a bad idea, regardless if the outcome is obviously not that great. Okay, now when we put together vertical lines and horizontal lines, it gives a little bit of more depth to the reading. For example, on the vertical line we see swords. So a lot of mental processes again, a lot of thinking is going to be happening during the month of September, because of course there's going to be decisions that have to be taken. So a lot of mental process is going to be the order of the day, but it's going to be very confusing. It's going to be very confusing, and is linked with this load, this burden that they're feeling. So we're going to start seeing that this burden is going to bring a lot of confusion. So don't be surprised that during the month of September, economists, financial institutions are going to be very impressed and very surprised of the numbers that are going to come out, because highly probable are going to show the reality that many financial institutions, many countries are doing really bad. So expect surprises on this aspect. When we look at here on the horizontal line, we see this. What the cards are letting me know, or telling us, is very simple. Countries, banks, whatever it is, institutions are going to take decisions, but these decisions are based on just dreams. They're not realistic. They're way too optimistic. They are not practical. They're very optimistic, very idealistic. They are not based on reality. So the decisions are going to be made regardless, like I said, if it is good or not. Okay? When we put all together this vertical or horizontal line, we have an energy that is starts manifesting. And this energy, we have the magician. The magician is letting us know that all what we need in order to solve this situation politically, economically, is right in front of us. But the thing is that, number one, this card represents studies, or number two, it represents a break, when we take a break of studies. And remember that we have on a vertical line, we have a lot, two swords, a lot of thinking, a lot of processes. So don't be surprised if there is a meeting and suddenly during the month of September is postponed, a recess. Okay, they've been thinking, analyzing, studying, but then they decide to do a recess. So don't be surprised if any meeting is postponed during the month of September. Okay. Here we have what I call the trilogy, and the trilogy I like it because it adds a little bit more depth to the reading. It makes us understand a little bit more what it's all about. And here we talk about decisions that have been taken, and here we have the Six of Cups and the Devil. And simply put, what the tarot cards are saying is very simple. They are going to be decisions that are going to be taken, highly probable related with loans, things related with money, gifts. A loan could seen as a gift, whatever it is. The situation, doesn't matter what it is going to enslave everyone, the nation, the country, whatever it is, the situation. The decision that is going to be taken is going to enslave the people. No wonder we start seeing here the tarot cards that are talking about a burden, a load that is going to be manifested during this time of the year. Not only that, it's telling us, the tarot cards are letting us know that everything this is doomed to failure. It's not going to work. This burden is going to be felt. Whatever decision is going to be taken is going to fail. It's like a breech baby. It's not going to work out. Okay? It's like a baby that is born but dead. This is the kind of project that we're talking about. And here, the tarot cards are talking about confusion, but when we put this together, we have here the Star, and this is letting us know a lot of confusion, highly probable pessimism, a little bit of pessimism. Remember Jupiter, what I mentioned about Jupiter? It has yin and yang aspects to it, and that's what we're going to start seeing during the month of September. What is going to happen that is going to bring some people to feel very pessimistic about what is happening, which is going to bring also a lot of confusion. We have to see. Here in some other tarot cards, the Star is Pandora when she opens the box of Pandora. But it's upside down, letting us know that it's totally like kind of doomed. There's hopelessness. That's the kind of situation, confusion mixed with a little bit of hopelessness. That's the kind of feeling. So we have to start seeing what is going to happen politically, economically, and financially that is going to bring that sense of despair, hopelessness to many people around the world. Okay? But obviously it's tied with decisions that many countries are going to start taking during this time of the year. We have to remember that for someone, the very same decision might look like very optimistic. For someone is the contrary. Remember, everything is yin and yang. Okay, so let me summarize. We have been talking about loyalty, allies, business or trading partners. Many things are going to be changes and transformation in that department of allies and trading partners around the world. Sorry. And now what we have here is the last reading. The last tarot cards are letting us know that we have the Three of Cups, the Ten of Staff, and the Ace of Coins. And what the tarot cards are saying is a dissolution of groups, members, friends, allies, trading partners, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be an end. There's going to be changes and transformation on that structure. What is going to happen that is going to trigger this? We have to pay attention. But changes are coming. The phoenix that dies and from the ashes borns again. Yes, we are going to make it out of this mess, obviously. But in the meanwhile, there's going to be changes. Things are going to die off in order to bring new things. But before, we have to go through the process. No wonder some people might feel optimistic and very idealistic, but some people might start feeling all the opposite, and that's normal. We are always going to have two sides to the story, okay? And that's what we have for the month of September 2013.